This is the kind of stuff you don't want to hear. You got Glenn Beck, you got Wolf Blitzer, you got everybody out there, Anderson Cooper, and all they do is pick up on a news story, and all they want to do is say, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. But all you guys have major medical insurance. It is ridiculous what the insurance has done. It's ridiculous that they charge you $25 for an aspirin. It's ridiculous that they're allowed to charge you $2,000 to go to an emergency room and see you for 5 minutes and send you home with a prescription. That's ridiculous. And yeah, I got the paperwork to prove it for what's happened. I came down with a staph infection and went down to the emergency room. In fact, I had to go to 3 emergency rooms because 2 of the other ones wouldn't even do anything about it. They said, go to your primary care doctor. Well, that happens to be the free clinic that I go to. They do nothing. Zero. You're left holding the bag. So you have to go to another emergency room. So finally you find one that will take you. And the bill to cut that place open, drain it out, give you some antibiotics, is like $4,000. That's major surgery. I mean, that's what they've got it listed as major surgery. That's not major surgery. After you have it done, it was just as simple. I could have got my brother or somebody else to sterilize a good straight razor type knife, cut it open and drain it themselves. It's ridiculous. And what we're going through in this country is ridiculous. You know, we were led here through 8 years of Bush, and the Bush supporters are still trying to do the same thing. And we're going nowhere but down. We're not going up. And like I said, I challenge you. I challenge every one of you listening to this tape to take my challenge, go out there, try to find a job, and try to find the health insurance, or try to find the care that you need with no money, no insurance, no nothing. Go do it. Just go try it. And you'll see why the American people are so upset. You know, it's time America took America back. It's time that we don't have you bunch of Democrats and Republicans running our lives. It's time that we took America back. The government is there for us, supposedly. Supposedly. The fact is, you're not. The fact is, somebody's in there. The president is trying to do what's right, but he's being stopped at every corner. He's being downgraded at every corner. And you know why? Because just what I said a while ago, because of the racism that exists in people now, because his skin color is black and we are white, or you are white. That's got 90% to do with it. And the ones that are black are afraid to speak out and say that's the reason. That's the key. This country is if I had the money, I'm being honest, if I had the money, I would move out of this country. If I had a way out, I would move out. I love this country. I've lived in this country all my life. I fought for this country. But this country is nothing what it used to be. You've got a bunch of laid-back people who are for their self. They don't care what they act like they care, but they don't care what happens to the American people. It's not the American-owned government no more. It's nothing like it used to be. And yes, I am pissed. I mean, I hate to use that word, especially if this hits any of the channels. If anybody's got the guts to play it, I am pissed. And I'm not the only one. There's a lot of more of us out there. Go to your unemployment offices. Go to your labor departments. Go see the frustration that's in them people, because there's one job to 200 people out there. One job. So that means I'm not alone. And you know, that's the thing. What about when this country decides it's going to rebel? What about when it stands up and says, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of it being done. In the 60s and the 70s, the American people had the guts to fight. Now, I'm not saying that's the right way. I would never say that. But what I'm saying is, voice your opinion. Voice your opinion. Truthfully. It's time for a change. And I agree with Obama 100%. I'm behind him 100%. All this was dumped in his lap, and he's trying the best he can do to get us out of it. And it's a bunch of people like you especially the media people that are fighting it and keeping this country down from moving forward. When we get into the part about what would straighten this country out, construction. Construction. I have seen so many people in construction out of work. Guess what happens? The construction people goes at McDonald's. McDonald's hires a construction person, so that's got somebody else out of a job. I know that sounds simple, but that's the simplest way I can put it. If you put the construction people back to work somewhere, some way, you get them back into the marketplace. There's 85,000 people just in Georgia, construction people that's out of work. If you put those people back to work, that's 85,000 more jobs for other people. We hear about what's happening with the road construction, the infrastructure. When's it going to happen? When's it going to happen? You know, along with the infrastructure rebuild that that Obama's talking about, you're going to put heavy equipment operators back on the job. You're going to put superintendents back on the job. You're going to put dump trucks back on the job. You're going to put laborers back on the job. You know, when's this going to happen? How long is it going to take? By the time we get it going, there's going to be 2 or 3 or 4 more million people out of work. It's unreal what's happening. I do not understand it. Like I said, it's a bad thing to say. But if I had the money and the facilities to do it, I would go to another country, because this country is going slap downhill. It's unreal. The war that Bush created, I say created because that's the stupidest thing ever happened in this country. The money that's being spent, the lives that's being lost. You know, you put your son and daughter out there and then lose them to that war that makes no sense whatsoever, has not made sense from the start, and is not making sense today. Those people hate our people over there. They hate them. Why don't you tell the real story on the news channels? Why do you beat around the bush? And I hate it took so much on this tape, but I had a lot to say. I still got a lot more to say. But I'm going to leave it at that, let you think about what I said a while. Because it needs to get out there. How many people have my thoughts? How many people are having my thoughts? And how many people are having worse thoughts at this time? How do you know that there's not coalitions of angry citizens right now ready to rebel against this country? That's the last thing we need. You know, you can only take so much. That's it. You can only take so much. And then it's time for a change. You know, if something don't change, something don't give, it's in the line. So you need to think about that. While you're sitting up there in your plush offices, you bunch of Democrats and Republicans, in your plush offices, you fighting everything that I believe this true man is trying to do for this country. You think about it yourself. You could be in the same position one day. Some of your friends could be in the same position one day. And you'll understand that a little bit of something is better than a whole lot of nothing. And that's what you're offering, is a whole lot of nothing. That's all it's about. At least Obama is offering something for the American people. And you need to stop and think about that and get behind him. And help him instead of trying to put him down on everything he does. No, I don't think if he apologizes, that's his business. But I don't think he owes apologies to nobody, because I know it goes on. I've got a brother-in-law who's a police officer, and I know it goes on through his department. Racism is there. It's not going to stop. It will always be there. There's always going to be some racists in this world on both sides. It's not going to stop overnight. It's not going to happen. So you think about what I said. Thank you very much for your time.